Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Whole city getting hype now. Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here, and we are here for a Tennessee Titans versus Baltimore Ravens preseason week 1 recap, basically. It's kind of what it is, so I'll get into it and explain. So, we're going to look at some of the plays that happened during the preseason, and real quick, I'm going to give my thoughts on the game, and I'll give my thoughts when we look at the clips. But you can't look too much into it. There's some plays that some people made that weren't great. For example, Christian Fulton and Caleb Farley, when they were both on the field, they didn't look as great as they need to be this year. Maybe that's some just first play jitters. You don't know. But we're gonna have to see about that. Then you got guys, but I won't spoil any of that for the clips I'm about to show. So let's quickly get into some of the clips, and then I'll see you after the clips, and we'll talk more about it. So when you're looking at this clip right here, where Hassan Haskins goes out and he really makes a really key catch to get up the field, that's what he really adds to the game. That's why I'm excited to see Hassan play. Now you look at this, you have a guy, you have Joey Chestnut, who just gets completely shut down. So I really don't like Chestnut that much. But then this play, particularly, Malik sees that he doesn't have anything to the outside, runs, shows off his athleticism, which is what he really brings to the table, gets in the end zone, and it's funny, one of the first guys to celebrate with him is Traylon Burks. Now this play, I've been reading a lot into this play with Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson is a guy that's played a lot of snaps for us. He's going to have to be better. He can't give up those plays. Here's a little more of a replay to see some more of it, but he cannot give up those plays. Now the final play is one of the Logan Woodside interceptions. That just cannot happen. And that's one of the reasons I think Logan could be a top-tier cut candidate. But if we're going to talk about more of what could happen with the Tennessee Titans, I think they're going to be better going into week 2. I think this is a filling out process, especially with Malik. I really am almost to the point where I think Logan might need to be cut. I think that might be a necessary thing that needs to happen. Go out, get a different quarterback, or either go in with 2. Because that was just an unimpressive showing from Logan Woodside yesterday. That was terrible. Julius Chestnut showed some promise after his fumble in the first quarter. So that's good too. It's just, and especially in the third and fourth quarter, we were getting torched on the outside. So there's some key pieces that we're gonna have to work on as the team. Now, Malik and Vrabel had a press conference afterwards, and Vrabel wants Malik to be more comfortable in the pocket. And that's one thing that I was able to see, that Malik, as soon as he feels a little bit of pressure, wants to run outside of the pocket. That's not a good thing either. You've got to look at it as in, if you're going to be an elite quarterback in this league, you're going to need to be able to understand pressure, step up, and make the pass. Be comfortable finding your receivers. Be comfortable trusting your receivers in tight situations. So, I think we're only going to grow from this, personally. So, with us wanting to grow more from this is going to be a good way for the Titans to step forward, and a good way for us as a squad going into next week for us to see more play from a guy like Traylon Burks, a guy like Kyle Phillips, a guy like Chikakonkwo, who I saw a couple of times, but then he was gone. Tommy Hudson I saw him limp away from a play, and then I didn't see him anymore. So I'm hoping Tommy Hudson is all right. But one thing I do want to say, as much as Malik got, I think he may have had 2 sacks. One of them was definitely not on the offensive line. It was more of a he ran into the sack. But one of them was on the offensive line. But besides that, I actually didn't think the offensive line played that horribly. They opened up some good lanes for Julius Chestnut in the first quarter. We saw Hassan play decently. We saw guys like, I think Trent Cannon came in for a little while, didn't do awful. So we're going to have to see. But I didn't think that the backup offensive line did that terribly. You got guys like Nicholas Petit-Fier, who you're really hoping can step up. You got guys that need reps like Dylan Redunds, guys that need reps like Aaron Brewer. So I'm really hopeful for this Titans squad. We're going to have to see going into preseason week 2. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Tennessee Titans versus Baltimore Ravens preseason week 1 recap. If you did, smash the like button. If you really liked it, subscribe. And remember to check in for all of your favorite Titans content. But above all else, remember to tighten up.
Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Whole city getting hype now. Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Need